Hey tankers, this is Pearlmam. I once was a noob, but now I'm an amateur. And hopefully I can make amateurs out of you guys. Today I'm in my T30. It's a pretty cool American TD. It's a turreted TD, and it also has 360 degrees rotation. So it kind of drives like a tank, but the traverse speed is so slow that it kind of drives like a TD. And the gun has some awesome alpha damage, an awesome pen. 276 pen with 750 damage. So anyway, I'm here in Mines as the top tier TD, and I have a pretty good game here. I do a couple things well. I play the TD well in the beginning, just sniping and staying back, and then after more tanks die and the push kind of slows down, I have to change roles and I become a tank after that point, and I do that pretty well. And then in the end I do some good team play with another player. So here in Mines there's basically 3 lines of attack: the one line, the hill here in the middle, and then the cap line. The island is meant for mediums most likely, and I think it's important personally. You need at least 2 tanks there so you can snipe and support the hill and get some really nice shots. It prevents some movement on the hill and allows you to get a little bit of an advantage. Then of course many tanks need to go to the cap to protect the cap, because you know, a lot of teams just focus on the hill, leave the cap open, and then the enemy team caps it out. So you need some to go to the cap to prevent that from happening. And of course the hill is really, really important. It gives you a lot of sniping opportunities in 360 degrees. It has good cover, 360 degrees. And basically what it does is it prevents a lot of movement. Any tanks that move here, you can snipe. If they move here, you can snipe. Any movement. So the hill is really important in this game. And the TDs generally hang out back here on our team, and then the enemy team TDs are right here. It allows, and then once again, that prevents any movement in their general vicinity. I'll prevent any movement in this general vicinity by just existing here. And so that's what I do. This is what a good TD should do. So there's this tracked IS-6, and you know, you just have to take advantage and destroy them. So I just camp back here, and it's a good job for me to camp back here, even if there's nothing to shoot at, because eventually, just by existing here, like I said, it prevents them from doing a lot of different things. It'll prevent people from sniping from here, from flanking from here, from moving in over here. It's a good idea to have a TD back here. And once again, I don't have anything to shoot at, but I'm waiting, you know, and hopefully they get bored and come out in the open so I can kill them. So I'm just trying to wait for that Centurion to come out, or the T28. Nothing to shoot at, but you can see that Centurion just popped out and did some damage. He's doing a really good job. So I'm preventing him from hanging out there and doing a lot of damage, because he would just pop out again, and there's a T28 Pro. He shows his side armor, you know, and of course he gets tracked, and of course he gets wrecked. You know, he had a really good opportunity. If he just showed his frontal armor, nobody would have penned him, and he would have popped out successfully and done damage. But he shows his side armor, so don't do that. And the Centurion does damage to me while I'm distracted on him. So he's doing a pretty good job, that Centurion, you know, popping out when I don't expect him, and you know, and I can't do damage to him, and he's doing damage to us. So here I'm still trying to be a good TD, hang out back here, but I get bored, and I think about pushing forward and helping, because I don't want those guys to die up there. I want to make sure that push is successful, so I decide to start coming out. But then I changed my mind, because that Centurion is just right below there, and so I can hopefully do some damage to him. So I wait here. Even though it's in the open, I really don't have anything to worry about except him, and I can just one-shot him. So I try to be the TD and wait, but I realize that I'm not doing anything, and the push is dying. So I need to support them somehow. So I gotta be a tank right now. So I push forward. This is the right time to push. Right now our team, maybe I should have pushed earlier, because our team is dying right now. On the hill, if you look on the mini-map, they're dead, they're outnumbered, and I need to make sure that they live, at least try. E75 is gone, but I'm in good position right here. So right now the hill is theirs, and we're in trouble because they're just gonna murder these guys here, and that's not really good for our team. So somebody, basically at this point, I have to go up there, so I try to push as fast as I can. Now when you're coming out here, you got to be careful because it leaves your side armor vulnerable to enemy tanks here, and he bounces me, but luckily a TD didn't shoot me there.
Ready to fire.
I use auto aim, and I just come around the corner and murder him. So auto aim is, you know, in that situation, it's kind of good. It just, you know, the center of the tank, of the side of the tank is fine. So, you know, I just use auto aim. When I'm snapshotting like that, I prefer to use auto aim. Here I don't, because it's not the center of the tank, and I just destroy them. So all these tanks are one shot, but I have this long reload, so Indian Panzer's in trouble, but he takes care of him. So here I think I make a good choice. Right now I should probably help my teammates here in cap, but I anticipate this VK coming in from behind. This VK is trouble for me. Even though he's a tier 7 and I'm a tier 9, I don't have the traverse speed to handle this guy up close. So rightfully so, I anticipate correctly that he pushes up, and so I kill him. Here's another thing I do relatively well. I wait to become unspotted, because these TDs up here on the minimap have a shot at me. And I think they do see me, because I see some gunfire over here. So maybe that was a little risky. But our team is dying, and I wanted to be quick to get over here, because they were dying, so I wanted to make sure I was there quick. Here's where auto aim did not do me well, and so that was stupid to use auto aim. I was kind of, I don't have the depression right there, and my gun was aiming just over his head. So you see, yeah. So that's what happened. When I climbed up that hill, it kind of pushed up. So here I go, and just wait for him. So here I think the best strategy, because if I was him, I would just stay there forever. And so, but he pops out and just dies. That was stupid. He should have just stayed there and waited for his team. And I was telling the Indian, I was thinking he should just destroy the house so I can just shoot him right after he destroys the house. But anyway, so right now I'm going to sit here and wait and expect him to come up that line right there, and he does. I missed my opportunity, but once again, this guy sucks. He's a 43%er. So he pops out, and I just kill him. And so right now I have, so I got to be careful, because I anticipate them coming up here. This is what they should do. They should come up here instead of coming down this line here, because I'm up here. They know that. So I should probably turn around and expect them to do that. But what I decide to do is make sure I guard this area here, and then if they do come up the back, I'll just retreat down this little ridge here, and you'll see what I do. So right now I'm waiting for them to come. Hopefully they come. And I'm watching the mini map for my ass, and sure enough, there he is. So I just push forward.
One of our tracks is damaged. We're immobilized.
and that was good. A graceful retreat, tracking.
We fixed the track. Get going.
And so I'm in trouble, but my Indian Panzer helps me out. So that was really good teamwork right there. I was good bait. I was tracked at the bottom of that hill. He has good depression, and so he comes up to the edge, and just the Indian destroys him. The Indian is an underrated tank, in my opinion. So here, once again, I'm guarding this flank. I figure that that's where they're going to be coming up from. There's no reason for me to pop out. Just wait for them to come to us, because they have to come. There he is. He's a one-shot. It's a tough little shot here, because he's behind a wall, so I don't know exactly. I think it's the side, and it's not, so I bounce. He was an easy one-shot, but I missed, or I bounced him. So the Indian's hiding behind that house, and the WZ is pushing towards him, but leaves himself exposed. He's a 47%er. He probably shouldn't have done that. You got to be patient. And he just wants to rush to kill. And so I take advantage of his poor play. I don't pop out again because he was aimed at me, and he kills the Indian and pushes forward for some reason, and so I kill him easily. So now I'm in good shape here. It's just me and the AT-7. I have the alpha damage. He's one shot. He has to shoot me 3 or 4 times to kill me, so I am in a really good advantage. So I switched to AP to gold rounds, just because I just want to make sure I lock this in. And with 320 pen, I should be able to pen anywhere on this tank. He crit hitted me, but no damage.
We didn't even scratch them.
So it looks like I aimed at the wrong spot there. I'll pause it. So here's the tank here. Basically, the weak spot from the front is this hatch here. It's a relatively small target, but usually you can be able to hit it from this range. Right now, I aimed right there, and that wasn't the right choice. It's a little machine gun turret with a mantlet, so that's not a good place to aim. But the AT-15, a later tank, does have a weak spot up here. There is no machine gun turret there. So I shot there thinking maybe the weak spots transfer over, but it doesn't. Anyway, I need to aim up here because the rest of this is 250 armor, and then, of course, the angles add to it. So I just wait for my reload, and I just got to finish off this guy. Aim for the turret, but he moves, and I bounce. I have a really hard time killing this guy. Aim at the commander's hatch, and he's dead. And that's the game. So I got kind of lucky that the last 5 guys left were bad. The Centurion was a good guy, but we got lucky there. We did some good teamwork, me being the bait and him being the sniper, the killer. But anyway, the sum up of the score is pretty good. Here I am right here. I got 1219 experience, top gun, 4700 damage, high caliber top gun, right? And of course he out experiences me because he's a lower tier tank. He's tier 8. He did unbelievable damage, and I mean, he really did a good job. I'm really happy that I had him with me, and mastery badge, and so I had a pretty good game. And basically that shows how to be a TD. You got to hang back and be patient and prevent, although I didn't have very many things to shoot at. And when that happens and it's prolonged too long, then you got to become a tank. You got to support your team in any way you can. So I pushed up, I filled the tank role, and I took back the hill from them by being a tank in a really good point. I anticipated that. And then also in the end, I had some good team play with that Indian Panzer. Luckily, they were bad players. The 5 players that we were playing against were pretty bad. They kind of just came out into the open. But a good player, an amateur player such as myself, needs to be ready for it. That's the strategy. You need to. I was on the hill and he was in the cap, and so we were covering each other really well in that sense. And I think we did pretty well there. Anyway, thanks for watching.